When OP's girlfriend's really in the mood for some action, she starts flirting with her boss in ways that could destroy their relationship. To find out how this story ends, get yourself a coffee and grab a bowl of popcorn so we can get into it.
Me and my girlfriend have been dating for just over a year and a half. We started strong like most couples do, but I recently got a promotion at work and inherited a boatload of neglected accounts, which has put a lot of stress on me and, quite frankly, burnt me out. I've been distant and tired in my relationship, so much so that I've even denied accepting oral treats from her. During this time, my girlfriend found herself looking for attention and validation elsewhere. At least that's what she told me, which I still think she downplayed. But anyway, this is her story. There was one particular day in which she was really in the mood, which says quite a lot since she's always thinking about sex. She was watching some adult entertainment movies in between her pizza deliveries, and her boss checked in on her to see how she is. They start talking, and the conversation becomes sexual as they start talking about their experiences. They even shared videos with each other, one which even involves her servicing me, and her boss sent her one of him and his wife. After that, they started talking about how frustrated they were, but when an order comes through, she has to get to work. When things slow down, she returns to the store and starts up a conversation with him. What annoyed me about this part of her story is that she claims to not remember the details of the things they spoke about. That said, to her defense, she mentioned that she had an urge to give him a blowjob. When she told him this, he misunderstood and told her to call me, but then she corrected him, saying that she wanted to blow him, not me. His response to this was, "Well, if you want, I'll whip it out right now." But apparently my girlfriend said no and walked away. This is the part I think she downplayed. I think she's delusional and ignorant about her comprehension of the situation, as she said to me that she had no intentions when she said what she said to her boss. Anyway, when her shift ended, she came home. She works the night shift part-time, and I work during the day, Monday to Friday. So when she came home that day, I was lying down, wanting to rest, and as I am falling asleep, she decides to ask me if I'd be willing to let her blow someone else. Now, for full disclosure, we're swingers, and have shared each other before, but it's always been together, and she knows full well that one of my boundaries is that she can't just give head to someone, especially without me being around, because I don't want anyone to take advantage of her and potentially take things too far. I told her that this isn't the right time to have this conversation. Then I fell asleep. A little while later, her boss sent her a message on Instagram asking if she was awake. She vaguely explained what they spoke about, but because she deleted it, she can't remember the full details. But apparently she replied with, "Yes, I can't fall asleep." And he responded with, "Me neither. I'm still thinking about earlier." She said, "Me too." He then said, "We should make it happen." And she said, "My boyfriend wouldn't be okay with that." So he told her, "He doesn't have to know." She said, "I'm not comfortable with that." He continued to press the situation, saying, "Well, what if we recorded it?" She replied, "I'll ask, but I don't think he would approve." He then said, "Try to see if he would have a threesome." And she ended things with, "I'll ask and see if he's down." I believe that there was a lot more said between those messages, but sticking with how she confessed, she brought it to my attention weeks later. This was her first revision of the story, and I told her I was proud, and she handled herself well and respected me. The thing is, though, as her guilt grew, she gave me a second revision, to which I said, "Wow. I take back whatever level of respect I believe you held. You have gotten really close to crossing that line." Another week passes, and that's when she tells me the final story, which clarified some of her earlier statements, and the sexting while I was asleep. I won't go into the post-arguments, as sharing this much has tapped me out, but I'm not okay with the situation. Let me know your thoughts. Has anyone else dealt with a similar situation, and how did you handle it? If not, how would you handle it? I do intend to stay with her, but I've yet to come up with a consequence as I'm finding it difficult to establish closure of her mistake. I don't believe anything physical happened, but to be honest, I can't say that with full confidence. I'm so disappointed in her.
So, did OP's partner hook up with her boss or not? It's hard to say. Still, from what I was able to gather from this story, OP's partner did a lot of trickle-truthing, so it's difficult to know how far things went. If I had to guess, though, I would say that something physical went down. I say this because OP and his girlfriend have an open relationship, so unless some other truths were spoken during their messaging or sexting, there would be no reason for her to delete everything. Whenever someone deletes a chat thread, it's usually because they have something to hide. In those messages, OP's girlfriend and her boss probably spoke about the things they did with each other. The story did get a little confusing for me at the end with the whole revision thing, but let's see what's being said in the comments.
Okay, Finance says, if you intend to stay with her, my advice is to quit your current job and find the lowest paying job possible which allows you to get by. If you own a house or any property, sell it and burn through the money. At least this way, the alimony won't hurt so bad, and you won't have the stress of your current job. Good luck. Life Yogurt says, if you're going to stay, just stay. She already disrespected you and your boundaries, and she's doing it with a monogamous person who's married. That's drama she's bringing into your relationship. Hell, the entire sequence that she and her boss had was an HR nightmare. And if someone overheard, she could have lost her job because she was so horny and couldn't control herself. There's no punishment you will give her because you have no evidence of anything physical and have to go by her words. This, coupled with the fact that she was honest, likely means this will get rug swept.
I couldn't agree more with the last Redditor. The punishment for breaking the rules of your relationship should mean the termination of the relationship. So this comment is right. OP's partner will try to quickly move on from this, and OP will be left wondering about how much of the truth he actually got. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Coffee and Popcorn, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.